Hello, everyone. I'm Deja Lee, and today I will be introducing the wonderful Margaret Saab. Whenever I think of Margaret, the first thoughts that come to mind are veganism in her hippie-esque style. Margaret could be seen walking in her long skirts with her mystery van lunchbox in hand. Aside from her unique fashion choices, she's also been a staple in the St. Mary's community in many ways. Who could forget when she grabbed all of our votes as the iconic Saab the Builder and was an excellent student council vice president? She continues to show her great leadership skills this year as senior class vice president and as Grant's co-chair for SMCF. Margaret's friendly demeanor and inviting personality makes everyone want to be her friend. So with that, I want you all to join me in welcoming Margaret Mary Saab.
In my bedroom, there is a nook that holds a twin-size bed, some shelving, and most notably, 2 large windows that look onto my street. My window seat had never necessarily been important to me, besides the occasional nap or Sunday spent reading there. However, this spring and summer, with an increased amount of leisure time, I began to migrate towards this part of my room more often. Now, I spend nearly an hour daily just laying down, doing schoolwork, or watching TV in my little bed by the window. As I shifted to spending more time there, especially with windows cracked open, I noticed much more of the daily activity and hum of my street beneath me. Certain occurrences and patterns stuck out to me. For example, every day this spring, my neighbor ran backwards up and down my street to keep his legs in shape for tennis. I am now able to recognize the sound of my elderly neighbor's sister as she speeds up my street for her daily visit. Lastly, I watched, unbeknownst to him, as my middle-aged next-door neighbor repeatedly tried to recover his high school BMX stair tricks. Simply by observing a small part of my world from a quite literal aerial perspective, I began to see the different peculiarities in others. Thus, my mind was led to questioning what eccentric habits others noticed of me. Was there a certain way that I walked into my house after school those around me recognized? Was there a phrase that I frequently used but did not realize? Trying to pinpoint something unusual about myself was both challenging and uncomfortable, especially considering that from my point of view, I'd spent the past few months rarely leaving my house and had accomplished nothing spectacular while I'd watched others around me use their free time to explore new skills or capitalize on their passions. Thoughts and contemplation of this sort led to feelings of discomfort and mediocrity. If I was unable to recognize the exceptional and unique parts of myself, how did I expect others to be able to see them in me? However, my answer to this question now is that I do not know and am not meant to know the one trait that makes me different or makes me stand out. Many times, when we are attracted to a certain characteristic or quality in others, we attempt to mimic it in our own lives. I am referring not only to things as simple as a style of clothing, a sport, or lingo, but also regarding how we present ourselves to the world and the ways in which we attempt to recreate exactly what we see in others. To clarify, I am not saying that it is always wrong to love a style or attitude that you see in someone else and copy it. What I am saying is that we must be able to recognize our doing this and not lose sight of our individual differences. Sometimes it seems that the world around us dictates the image we should present to others, an image of both normalcy and authenticity. Within this lies a contradictory message. We must not be too eccentric, but must still be ourselves and embrace who we are. Ever since I was a child, I have never been comfortable with structure or predictability. I begin to resent the actions and pastimes of my life if I feel they are too scheduled or grow repetitive. My solution? I put on wigs. You may be thinking, what is she talking about, and why is she sharing this with the entire school? Yet I am, and it is the truth. If I ever feel run down or dull from hours of schoolwork or my day-to-day life, I throw on a fun wig, my blue bob is my favorite, and continue with my work feeling like a completely new person. The majority of the time, nobody ever knows, and in that lies the beauty of my wigs. I make this small change to better satisfy myself, even though it's not typical and not something others can notice of me, not even from a window seat. I'm not saying each of you needs to go and buy a colored wig or wear your dad's largest sport jacket when doing math homework, although I will say it makes me feel very sophisticated. Instead, I am urging you to capitalize on the actions that make you feel special and extraordinary, and recognize that eccentricity lies not in what others see you do, but in what you do for yourself. The way I trudge into my house after school, the way I dress, or the different phrases that I say may draw the attention of others. And from an outsider's point of view, I am unique because of these actions. That said, if I believe that my specialties lie only in what others notice of me, I am letting the world around me define who I am. Now, as I sit in my little nook with the windows slightly ajar, letting the breeze and sounds from outside in, lying against a mountain of pillows, I am comforted knowing that in that space I can truly identify the spectacular parts of myself. Not everyone needs a window seat to realize this, but simply a change of mind. And I urge each of you to find the things that you can do for yourself to spark the little joys in your world. Thank you.